Last May, we went to Scotland to lift a Mercedes-Benz that had been sitting in the field for 10 years with the intentions of driving it home. That didn't work, so we're going to try it again. But this time closer. A lot closer. This time in our hometown of Armagh, we managed to find a Toyota MR2 that had been sitting in the field for some time. And we're going to try and save it. I also have no idea if the tow and eye on my own car is any good, so this will be a good test. Oh boy. I'll see if it moves before we even get him to do anything. Okay, that's gonna work. Nor is it meant to make that kind of noise. Oh boy. Oh no, the bay window's lost an eyelid. Poor thing. There we go. Big sleepy head on it. So, first step is to get the thing clean, because you don't really want to be working on a car that's covered in moss. So, this will be the first clean it's had since it came here. We got this last year at some stage and it has not been cleaned. We wanted to get everything fresh on the camera, so let's see what we can uncover. So we've got our shiny new, shiny old MR2 in the shed and clean. But before we get a closer look at this, let's take a quick look at what makes the MR2 the MR2.
Ah, the MR2. Toyota's rival to the MX-5, though it actually predates it by a few years. Thought somewhat as a spiritual successor to Toyota's iconic Sports 800, the MR2 is a mid-engine sports car designed to be affordable enough for anyone to enjoy. Toyota aimed to build a car that combined the handling and performance of more expensive sports cars with the accessibility of an entry-level model. Introduced in 1984 as the AW11, the model you see here that we've got is the second generation, dubbed the SW20, and came out in 1989. Same year that the Hoff, well, we've said that enough times already. The SW20's design was more rounded and sleek than its predecessor, but still a sporty wedge shape nonetheless. MR2 has two meanings, depending on who you ask. If you asked me when I was a child, plonked in front of a PlayStation, I'd have put two and two together and said it stood for mid-engine, rear-wheel drive, two-seater. But if you ask Toyota, they'll tell you what it actually is: midship runabout two-seater. Midship referring to the engine placement, runabout implying it's a practical runaround, two-seater for, well, you get the idea. With the typical Toyota build quality, these are truly fantastic cars. I mean, find me another mid-engine car from the period that can be considered a sensible-ish daily, and if you do, I can guarantee you it's probably 3 times the price. And we never got the Pontiac Fiero here, so any Americans watching can put that to bed. They had some real sporting pedigree too, with the iconic Momo liveried MR2 racing in the JGTC. They even drafted in a certain Mr. Dan Gurney to advise during development. Somehow, over here was actually one of the biggest markets for the MR2, accounting for 20% of worldwide sales. Likely people kept binning them into hedges off of roundabouts and went to buy another. Apparently though, that was mainly the turbo models that had a tendency for that vicious snap oversteer, so we should be okay. But the MR2 was also a very important car for Toyota. Combined with the Supra and Celica, it cemented Toyota's reputation as a manufacturer of fun, reliable sports cars in the 90s. Although the third generation MR2, the W30, would ultimately mark the end of the line for the model, we still live in hope for a comeback any day now, especially as Toyota are trying to recapture their fun era.
Now it's that part that everybody either loves or dreads. It's when Connor has a look around the car for the first time.
The Connor verdict.
So, this is our MR2. This is the first time we've looked at this thing.
It is.
Literally, so
it just came out of the field and it came straight here. And it's been here for ages, but I haven't actually looked at it. So why would I? I look at that. So, like, on first glance, it's not too rough looking, really, is it? There's wee bits of rust here and there. But it's straight enough, you know, like all the doors open.
I think what you meant to say is they close.
Yes.
Because if it didn't open, it wouldn't be a door.
Yeah, it would be a
wall. So this is the
frunk at the back.
Yeah.
The runk. Only they made a word for that. It has been sat out. It's been sat out since before we had it, so it is pretty soggy in here.
There is a boot with it, the lid.
Boot lid.
As you'll have seen, but for fear of it blowing away, because we've had some storms here in Ireland lately, we left it off, which may have been a good idea or a bad idea.
Yeah.
But what you're seeing here now is the crux of the issue.
This is the engine. There is no engine.
There is an engine. It's
behind me
there, but it's not there.
It should be here. Not here. So, I mean, the engine bay looks tidy enough. Come in and have a look at that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, avoid the surface rust down there. That's,
yeah.
You know. And basically, we'll get into this now, but like, we'll see what it's like. We know that there's a hole on the sill over there, but you know that could be a bit of fucking.
I bet how you doing.
Do you know, like, obviously it's full of spare bits inside, so I'm not good looking there yet, but it doesn't. I don't get the feeling, I don't get the vibe that it's leaking, you know?
Yeah, to be fair now, whenever we moved it earlier at the start of the video, the seat was dry until I slammed the door.
That's a good sign.
Which was just the condensation really from the T-tops. And the T-tops are what scare me because, well, we hope they will.
Are they like a lever job, are they, to you?
I don't know. Now, I know absolutely nothing about MR2s other than like what they are, etc. But I've never been near one, I've never had one.
That's why we're the perfect fellas to do an engine swap.
an engine swap,
Or an engine install.
an engine refit that we didn't take apart. Right, hold on now. I can't
I'm
get
not
it.
gonna get sick in here.
I can't get an angle on this. I say we come back to the T-tops
Alright.
because I'm going to give the interior a valet later on, and we're going to try and avoid being in the interior until then because it might
It will
give
make
us.
us sick.
I've-
MX5 disease.
Yeah, I have bad experience with my MX5 where the interior was mouldy and I was stripping it out and I got very badly sick.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
So, Mr. MR2, I will be honest, this new lens is a bit of a pain because it's very zoomed in.
Yeah.
So, where do we start?
Start at the front. Is there a release for this?
I don't know. Again, have not looked at this at all.
No, that's for the actual boot. Is there one for the front boot?
Found something. Oh,
There is.
did it move though?
I think it did.
Oh, okay. Now we didn't wash this actually, but it seems okay. That's actually very tidy.
Yeah, that's
There's-
not bad.
There's the brake discs. So we noticed that the
Board.
person that the person that took the engine out of this had a bit of sense. They took the back calipers off and tied them away so that the brakes wouldn't stick on, which is why we were sort of able to push it earlier.
It's nice, isn't it, when the previous owner has sense rather than complaining about the previous owner. Usually you just complain about.
Yeah, we had a bit of luck at that with the Scottish one, to be fair now.
Yeah.
But they're only taking all the brakes and all out.
I don't know where this goes.
I don't
think
know
it-
what to do with my hands.
I think it fits in here, but then as for where it like actually lives.
I'm guessing it's that bit there. Yeah, there.
There it is.
It's better that one.
Look at that.
Right, so this is actually very tidy up here.
Actually, it really is, isn't it? Like it's got fluid in it and everything.
So it does actually.
I'm not sure how, because there's not many brake components in place, but
But the calipers are always still on.
I
they
just still
stayed
just being taken away. Yeah, it's one less job for us to do.
Yeah.
There's another drive shaft.
Where? Oh, okay, so we took both off. Perfect.
Yeah, that's an awkwardly shaped. I thought that was like a coolant pipe or something, but I think that's actually
No, the spare wheel goes here.
right.
And that's like a brace to stop the flow.
Yeah.
But also a strut brace as well, because it's sporty AS.
Oh yeah.
Which is kind of cool. It looks fairly unmolested, to be honest.
It does.
Does look quite good. We just have to hope now that the underneath is the same story.
Fingers crossed.
I'm taking the gamble of sitting inside it because I was just sick yesterday, so there's no way I can be sick twice in a row.
Lightning won't strike twice.
Like, they can't. So, see what we got. That is headlights around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't actually realise one was missing.
Yeah.
I
maybe
think
both.
I think a lot of these are spurs. The car might have been painted at some point because that
Yeah.
has white.
I don't think that was Toyota spec.
I doubt.
Not in the 90s anyway.
No.
Maybe today.
Not in prime Toyota time now. That is our intake.
Mmm.
Why the It's moved by Denso,
It's gonna be a whole heap of trouble.
so that's gonna be good. Exhaust.
Is that a cat?
I doubt these had a cat.
Looks like a cat.
No, I think it's just heat shielding. Just flexi heat shielding. So that's good. That's bolted off rather than cut off, which everyone on YouTube seems to have been doing.
Yeah. Number
The
plate.
number plates that we'll not bother showing them just in case.
Who knows?
In case this car goes up for sale and then somebody sees this is like, that car was in the fucking field. I paid good money for that car. Set of clocks. Now these are good.
Oh, the sporty clocks.
These are sporty clocks, yeah, these are white ones.
Is there less miles in them? Because they'll be going in.
Well, there's 142,000 on these. And I actually can't. 92,000 on these.
Good news, new buyer. You're getting the sporty clocks.
The good thing is, though, she doesn't overheat.
Good.
Even when she's not
Aye,
moving.
she's sitting at a nice temperature there.
She's always there, and there's at least a quarter of a tank of petrol in her.
Good stuff. Is that a kilometre clock? Is it? Is it Jap spec?
No, this is still a UK clock.
Oh.
The rev limiter goes up to 9, no, that's pretty cool.
Did they rev to 9?
No idea. But we'll be able to plug them in, see if they work, and we can probably sell them. Or stick them in, one or the other, depending on what happens.
True.
That'll be the alternator belt. I did notice it was missing on the engine.
Well, there it is. Straight back on.
3S GE engine cover.
With a Yamaha.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So Yamaha helped develop this engine. I do believe, I could be wrong, but I think the base block from this was used, as somebody pointed out in our stream, which is every Monday at 9 o'clock if you're watching. This engine, an evolution or a variant of this engine was used in the Castrol Tom's Super JGTC race car. Like the iconic Castrol Super race car.
Okay, yeah. Fair enough, yeah.
Whether it's true or not, I don't know. I could be wrong, somebody's going to crack me on that, but
Yeah.
that is...
Some kind of mount.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool.
Cool. Oh, yes!
What do you got?
The other wiper arm.
Good.
That's good.
Complete with no blade at all.
That is actually good, though. The other drive shaft, which is fucking heavy, as you'd expect. I just got condensation on my face.
Yeah, looks decent. Okay, bye.
You're not the one getting condensation on your face. Get it out of here. Floor mats.
Nice.
Universal Chingling ones, by the looks of things.
That's fair.
But still, it has them. So many cars once.
Those are
Out of a Fiesta. Oh,
Universal Dagon and Fold, mates.
Fiesta. Forever. Another mat.
Full set of Fiesta formats. Wonder what shape of Fiesta they're out of.
I don't know, the font to me looks like Mark 6. The fact I'm saying that is the nerdiest thing I've ever said.
ESC failed.
Some form of coolant hose.
That'll be useful later on.
Yeah, we'll have to get all the spares and put them into like a box or something like that. Or
Yeah.
in fact, maybe into the boot at the front.
Radio.
JVC radio, I don't think it's gonna work. Oh, it is actually.
The rest
correct
of there.
one, though.
What do you see?
JVC, it might work. It's
Yeah.
a decent brand. Not my choice, but it's a decent brand. There's a H3 bulb. Toyota badge.
Oh, it's missing off the front. There it is.
This car is actually very complete.
Yeah. Say
Surprisingly.
that for it. Like it's all here.
Yeah.
It's not in the right place, but it's
Cigarette lighter.
nice.
Important in your JDM vehicle.
Smoking.
Intake manifold. Now the engine has one of these. So quite why there's another one there, I don't know.
Yeah, that's could be a bad sign.
That's one of those things you don't know if it's a good sign or a bad
Yeah.
sign. Oh hell yeah, brother, we got that K&N. The big slit, and it was actually a K&N because
Oh, it's got
K&N
the-
patches on it.
Nice.
So it is actually the real deal.
Clean that up. Stick it back on.
Yeah, legit. And then there's a ton of nuts and bolts.
But that's good because otherwise we'd have to be looking for the right nuts and bolts for.
Yeah, but the problem is we don't know
We
what
don't know
any
which
of them are
ones
for.
are good. Yeah,
we know they're
that's-
here, but what they're for, we have no clue.
Yeah.
So, do we do it? Is it time?
Give it a go. Sure.
Okay.
What can you lose by T-top and the T-top? There you go. Well, they haven't been welded down anyway.
Okay, well I'm gonna get out. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna regret putting all that stuff at the entrance to the car. Holy moly!
That was easy.
That was class!
That was easy.
Okay. It's actually very cool,
Yeah.
I must say. Right, I'll do this other side. So you push the button. Sugar Babes spec.
Yeah. Well, I'm ashamed to say that was in my head when you said that. To be fair.
That's really cool. And now it's a convertible. Well, no, it's a T-top still, but
That's what the midlife crisis people like to call a convertible.
yeah, it's got a wee spoiler as well. A wee wind deflector.
I had to stop the wind noise.
Yeah,
That's very nice.
that's very cool. I'm impressed. I'm happy that that works. That was my biggest fear. Never mind the fact there's no engine.
What about the T-top?
The T-top, Tomo. What about the T-top? Okay. I think now is time to just
Check it for rot.
look underneath for rust.
So
We're happy with up top.
Yeah,
Up top is good, and these arches are all extremely good.
yeah. It's just what the floors and sills are like. I think is the
That's going to be the crux of it. So
that's gonna be the decider on whether this project stops here.
literally, if you've already seen this car for braking, you know that this has went.
Shots taken seconds before disaster.
So yeah, let's clear all this away and have a look. The fact that wobbles so
Yeah.
much when you jack it up. You know how in initial D they had the cup of water in the A86 to see how smooth he was going around corners? Well, the MR2's actually got water in the indicator for the same purpose.
Yes.
Okay, so since we don't have a lift because we're ghetto like that, and the jack wasn't actually tall enough to properly lift it up, we've had to put many pieces of wood on the jack, perilously jack it up, and then shove these ramps underneath because we couldn't find anywhere to stick axle stands that we were confident in. So, here's the big moment. What do we got? Okay, so it's a bit surface rusty at the back. This is actually a heat shield rather than part of the car, so
that's not too bad.
that's fine. The subframe was replaced, we know that much. The arms kind of all look okay, they've all been loosened because the subframe was swapped. But thankfully they're all there, that is some tree.
What's the condition of the tree? Is it good?
Spiky is the condition of the tree. Black Dave spiky, let's see. Yep. Okay, these back pockets. No, it's actually fine. It's just the edge of the lip, so I'll be able to, like... We might need to get this bumper off for checking it out better.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not the end of the world. I'm just gonna put my head up, I think. There's more tree, so...
Good. Eco-friendly sort of a vehicle.
Can't say it's not green, I guess. All back here, this whole back section here is actually very good. That side looks very good. This side just has that one wee bit that I could weld a patch onto.
Yeah.
So that should be okay. Engine mount is there. Or no, that's an exhaust mount.
I was gonna say this very far from
Yeah, I know.
Wait a minute.
Under here, we'll get big roll shots and all this stuff. This one. Under here looks pretty okay. It's all very crusty. I get the feeling an hour or two, half an hour or so with the wire brush on the drill.
You'll know what you're dealing with anyway.
We'll know what we're dealing with, yeah. So a wee bit of rust there. Here's where it's at its worst, which is where that bad sound
Just where this
anyway, so that side seems to have got the worst of it.
yeah. What is that crusty, is it?
Yeah, it's all pretty crusty here. There is solid there for me to weld to, should we decide to, although that has all come apart. That moved, oh, it's on the ramp, that's why. The whole car moved, fuck, but it's fine. Being honest, it's not actually the worst.
Yeah.
The front seems to be all mint.
Stunning, lad.
Like, it's because there's nothing going on here, I think.
Nothing going on but the red.
Shut up. These heater channels are mad. I've never seen anything like this before, I'm sure.
I presume the Brazilian bay windows and stuff.
I was just about to say, yeah.
Got out for you. Shut up.
But no, all of this looks to be pretty 100%, to be honest. But again, it's because there's not much going on there.
Yeah.
And because it's a specialty car, you know, they were sensible enough to be daily drivers, but many people probably wouldn't have done.
Yeah.
It means that it probably didn't do a lot of miles in bad weather.
Aye.
Like, you could definitely get away with just blowing the whole front of that with stone chip.
He could.
You might even just leave it alone because it looks good enough.
Yeah.
I would say if that got all going over the wire brush, couple of patches of welding, it's actually very, very good. And all these lines are really good as well.
Oh yeah.
Like the brake and clutch lines and all. I'm practical in there, I think.
Brilliant.
Okay, I'm confident enough this thing can be saved.
Yeah.
Next step's just going to be
What?
getting an engine in.
Oh, did we take a look at the cells?
No need. Everything's okay.
Oh yeah, okay, well there's...
Yeah, that's an easy enough patch. Because in there is actually meant to be there as a drain hole.
Was meant to be rust
yeah,
on, is it?
Shut up, no, it's a perfect oval, so it can't be rust. There's another hole there.
Yeah.
Well, there's only one thing for it.
The screwdriver.
The screwdriver. My driver!
Just looking for a big yellow.
Right. Let's have a look, see what we got, shall we? I did deliberately go to the worst part first.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was obviously bad. That bit, you see, it was all bubbling.
Yeah.
It's all good around it. As in, like, yeah, I'm scraping good metal, like, very close to it.
Yeah.
Like, I did more welding to Debbie to get it through an MOT, like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thing is, if we can't do this, then you may as well have your project cars because they need a bit the same.
No, I know, it's just whether it's worth our while and effort, like, you know. It's whether the return is going to be good enough.
Okay, so we've had a good look around it, and to be honest, it's a fairly presentable shell, but the couple of holes on the sills and all, I don't think we're going to have the time, and the fact that the engine is an unknown, I don't think it's worth our time not knowing anything about these to try and fix it. The whole premise of this was to make a profit, so the car stands us £300 as it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to clean the interior and give it a good valet inside, get everything presentable looking, stick it up on Marketplace and see what we can get. Fingers crossed. So the MR2 has been up for sale for a wee while now, and it's gone back to possibly the best people it could have went back to, the original owners. It turns out they had it a while ago. It was the kids' car and it never got finished, so it's going back to them, and we couldn't be happier. That is the best ending possible.
Yeah.
Everything kind of just worked out.
Yeah.
You know, we decided not to work on it. They seen it. They managed to finish the job that they started. So works out perfectly and everybody's happy. So yeah. Thanks very much for this quick look at the vehicle that we bought. I don't know whether you're expecting us to fix it or not, but sometimes sometimes it doesn't always go like that. So yeah. Stick around, we'll probably wind up buying more cars like this and doing some more work on the stuff we have. Thanks very much for watching. I've been Tomo.
I've been Connor.
This has been 427 Motorsports. Good luck.
Good luck.